Hello everyone, welcome. We are here at Ignite 2025 and I am at the IBM booth. I will talk with John today about cybersecurity solutions. And we're going to show you something very tangible that everyone can follow and understand and see how valuable this is for businesses to protect them and to manage incidents in companies. John, how are you?
I'm doing well, Pascal. It's a busy show, but I'm glad we found the time to get together and make this presentation.
Excellent. So that's a great demo. I really loved it. I'm excited to do it with you now and to do it for you.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Take it away?
Yeah, please.
All right, terrific. So cybersecurity is a problem that has been difficult for humans for a long time. There's a lot of repetitive tasks, and what we have with AI now is an opportunity to change the way security operations are done through the application of AI, and that's what I'll show you today.
Amazing.
The transformation, the analogy I use, Pascal, a lot is like what happened with commercial airplanes. If you get on any big commercial flight today, there's a lot of machines in the cockpit that are doing work, and humans have become expert users of those machines in order to safely get us from point A to point B. We're trying to do that same transformation in security to let the machines do the work and have humans be expert users. So let's go ahead and do a demo.
I love the analogy. That's so great illustration and great. Everyone can understand.
Terrific, terrific. We'll end up in Microsoft Sentinel. This is the Azure, the Ignite show. We'll demo this with Microsoft products, Microsoft Sentinel. But our philosophy is that enterprise AI should be able to work with all your business tools and applications and systems. And so we've built our AI with that philosophy, but it's fully compatible with Microsoft, of course.
Okay.
Sentinel is an AI-ready platform, and we have the AI, and they're ready. So let's do a demo real quick. So what we're going to simulate is Microsoft Sentinel is going to generate a security alert. Something bad is happening in your enterprise. And Adam, or the Autonomous Threat Operations Machine, that's kind of a, the name is the name.
Yeah,
leave
yeah.
it at that. The first thing it does is it grabs an alert. And I should tell you that what you're looking at here is inside the brain of the AI. This isn't a user interface, and humans don't have to do anything for Adam to go to work.
Okay.
So we use the term...
So Adam is watching, observing
all the time. All the time. You got it.
Whenever an incident comes, then it wakes up and starts doing something.
Goes to work.
Which kind of incidents? Just to give it, to make it more...
So a cybersecurity incident can be anywhere from a virus, you're under attack by a malicious actor, maybe someone inside your organization is doing something that they shouldn't.
Okay.
So you can detect all types of cybersecurity bad things that are happening and have Adam work on ththose.
Love it.
The way we talk about Adam is digital labor, a digital worker. And again, we're having our digital worker do the work that the humans don't like doing and that machines can do better. So, and I'll tell you more as we go through the demo. So once that alert comes up, and the alert is just text, and so AI can read text all day long, is we run it through some mathematical algorithms, machine learning algorithms, where we compare the new alert to everything we at IBM have seen over the last 2 years across all of our customers in every industry all around the world, and it does that in half a second. So
amazing.
That is something. I was a SOC analyst. I worked in security. I couldn't remember what I did 6 months ago, let alone 2 years ago. So, but machine learning, very powerful to do that. And here we see the machine says, this should be reviewed. It should be further investigated. So then Adam continues working at that point. First thing it does is it comes up with a plan. Just like any human security analyst, when they see a bad thing, they come up with a plan. The AI is trying to think like a human here. And then, unlike a human, humans work serially. They do one thing and then another and then another. But what you'll see, Pascal, in the demo here is with AI, you can do everything at once. And so it does all the investigation work all at the same time using individual AI agents that do their task really well. So,
John,
yeah.
just pause here, just for me
Sure.
to recap what we've seen till now.
Perfect.
So we've seen an incident come in the company.
Yes.
This incident was a message that is very difficult to read for a human. Adam saw it,
Yep.
took it, identified that this was something that needed attention.
Yes.
That was not a
Yes.
false positive.
Right.
That was a true positive.
Yes.
And then Adam says, okay, so to analyze it further, I need to go and run a few research.
Yes.
Okay, and those are the few actions,
Yep.
the investigation plan that we have here.
Right.
And it is doing all those research at the same time. So
Yes.
research whether it should be that or that.
Right.
So basically, Adam is an agent, we can say, and
Yep.
it delegated to different agents, sub-agents,
Yes.
the work of
Yes.
doing
Perfect.
different investigations in
Perfect.
parallel.
You're
So
hired,
it does it-
Pascal.
So it does it faster than any human can do. And
Yes. Yeah. Much faster than any human can
and
do.
when we identify an incident,
Yeah.
how fast you react can be so important, correct?
Absolutely. Attackers are moving faster now than ever before.
And the incident can create other incidents that,
Yeah.
if you don't react fast enough,
Yeah.
can create.
And
more harm.
the attackers on the dark web are using AI themselves to launch these attacks. So we've got to fight AI with AI.
Yes.
If you put an AI attacker against a human, we just won't be fast enough.
Yes. So, John, I interrupted you.
Yeah.
So Adam has delegated the investigation to
Right.
different agents. They are doing it.
Yep. Those results have come back.
Okay.
And we say, so what? What's the result of the investigation? Do we have more risk or do we have less risk? And one thing that I can say, if you're going to adopt AI for anything, cybersecurity, application coding, tell the AI to explain why it made the decision it made. Thinking about risk, has risk gone up or down? That's even hard for us as humans. Like sometimes it's a gut instinct, right? So we can train the AI to think about risk the way we do if it explains itself.
Love it.
And that's why,
So it's transforming the black box.
getting
transparent
inside the black, right. And so another analogy that we use is if Adam is a digital worker, you have to train the worker, right, to do the work the way you want that work to be done. And this is, again, for any AI that you're adopting, make sure you can train that AI to create the outcomes that you want, right? So we have Adam think about risk, give us a net score.
For each of the investigations
Yes.
did, it provided here a risk score, which
Yes.
is over 10
Out of a 10, yeah. And it explained
and explains what
how it got to that
yeah.
score.
We have an 8 over 10 here, which is high,
Yeah,
versus a 4 over 10 here, which is quite low. But it explains for each of them why.
right. And the AI that thinks about risk is a different agent, right? Than the
nice.
agent that does the work to do the investigation.
So we are talking about basically under the hood, a group of agents.
Multiple agents talking to each other.
Maybe 30,
Yeah.
30 agents.
Yeah.
You know.
And then we do a little more homework before moving on to what do we do about this? Now, and this goes for any AI, if the AI is just giving the human more information, then you're still dependent upon the human and whatever bottleneck in the process that may create. We're trying to use AI to increase human productivity and capacity. And so we need the AI to make a decision, right? And what do we do about this? Adam also will write a report. Generative AI, Pascal, as you know, is great at writing. It can write multiple reports, maybe one for your compliance team, send them a report.
With different focus.
With a different focus.
Depending on the teams, you will send a report.
Different business stakeholders, yeah.
And this is, again, we are just at the investigation. So we are a stage. Huh? So
right.
This could be this, could be that. And we're still at the analysis.
Yeah. And we just have a couple different languages here to say that if your organization is multinational in nature, your teams can work in any language that they want to.
So the reports can be in German, Japanese, Spanish, French, whatever.
Yeah. AI, we humans, we love our language. AI couldn't care less.
Yes.
Right? Whatever language.
Could.
And then what are we going to do about it? Some tactical things the AI recommends to stop the attack. Here are some of the things you can do here. And then also, here are some things you can do to prevent this type of attack from happening again in the future, right?
That's so important. So we've seen the investigation, we've seen the investigation report,
right?
And then we've been now to the next step, which is we've investigated, we've identified the issues. Now we need actions to solve those issues.
You got it.
And this is what it is recommending here. What are the actions that we need to do?
Yep.
And then does it make those actions?
It can, yeah. What I'll show you today is how it goes back to the Microsoft technology, and the Microsoft technology takes that action. It can work with multiple security technologies, or it can do it itself if you want. That's what your security team is comfortable with and what they've already built. And the key point about AI digital workers is they should adapt to your workflows, your processes. You shouldn't have to change the way you run your business just because the AI can do this or can't do that, right? So that's another important...
That's the best way to get to adoption.
Yes.
To the maximum
adoption. Yeah. Frictionless adoption.
Yes.
And then this small series of checkboxes there in the demo is another AI sitting outside doing quality assurance, checking to see whether the work that the other agents has done there are no hallucinations, that it's correct. And that's an important component in the AI world as well. And Pascal, you and your readers and followers may be saying, well, you're having AI check AI. Is that really good? There is governance where humans get involved and train and tune the AI as well. And then
it's always an additional control that I think is very important.
Absolutely necessary.
Because you're having even if it's an automated review, it's still a review, and this review is so valuable. Based on my experience, having an agent that reviews the work of other agents helps a lot.
Exactly.
To avoid issues.
It's like a senior analyst looking over the shoulder of a junior analyst and making sure they did a good job.
Exactly.
And what we do is we have Adam, an autonomous AI, make a decision around the intent behind that. Is this really a malicious actor? Is it just suspicious? Is it a user who's violating a policy? Again, trying to create something that we can make actionable. We know if this is malicious and we're under attack, this process needs to happen in order to respond to that.
I know.
And then finally, like I said, all of this goes back into Microsoft Sentinel. So again, if you're running Sentinel, if you're a Microsoft shop, Adam's output comes back into Sentinel.
So this incident would be one of the lines we see here.
Exactly. And this is all the data that it pulled out and investigated. And here's all of the analysis that the AI conducted, put back into Sentinel so that you can, a human reviewer or a human that will take action can do it from there.
So we can track the incident in time,
Exactly.
resolution, but also keep the memory of it
Yes.
and the history so that we can use it as a
Going
insight
forward,
going forward.
to optimize going forward. And I'll just say it doesn't have to only go there. If you have a ticketing system, the output from the AI can go multiple places in multiple formats. This is a technology called ServiceNow, and you see, again, all the output from the AI appears there as well, too. So that's digital labor. That's autonomous multi-agent AI applied to security operations.
I love it. Thank you, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pascal.
That was very clear. Great illustration. And to all of you watching us, thank you very much from Ignite 2025, and we'll see you next time.